This a journey and a ceremony very familiar to Her Majesty the Queen. This her 65th state opening of Parliament. But this Queen's speech certainly a standout one. The audience waiting for a programme for government this Prime Minister cannot even implement. In such extraordinary times, centuries-old traditions endure. Black Rod bangs on the door of the Commons to summon MPs to the Lords. The Queen waits as they process through Parliament. The Labour leader in no mood for small talk, the PM picking out a friendly face amongst the onlookers instead. MPs pack the Lords as the Queen begins with Brexit.
My government's priority has always been to secure the United Kingdom's departure from the European Union on the 31st of October.
And then quickly onto a government agenda that reads like Mr Johnson's election manifesto. The NHS.
New laws will be taken forward to help implement the National Health Service's long-term plan in England.
Law and order.
My government is committed to addressing violent crime and to strengthening public confidence in the criminal justice system.
Getting the Queen to read out your plan in the House of Lords is one thing, but Jeremy Corbyn adamant that the PM will never get it through the Commons.
There has never been such a farce as a government with a majority of -45, setting out a legislative agenda they know cannot be delivered in this Parliament. The Prime Minister promised that this Queen's speech would dazzle us. On closer inspection, Mr Speaker, it is nothing more than fool's gold.
The Prime Minister with a minority government boxed in every which way, still finding room to attack.
First he was opposed to no deal, now he seems to be opposed to any deal. First he was in favour of delivering Brexit, now he wants a second referendum. First he wanted an election, actually he wanted an election for quite a long time. Now he'd much rather not. His policy on cake is neither having it nor eating it.
The whole debate in Parliament today has been great theatre, but it is pure fantasy. Boris Johnson is putting forward a programme of government, but what he actually wants is to dissolve this Parliament and have a general election to try and win a majority to have any hope of getting this programme through whatsoever. This is a manifesto plan, plain and simple. And really what matters isn't what's happening in Parliament, but what's happening over in Brussels right now in terms of Mr Johnson being able to get a Brexit deal. The EU27 reflecting on Mr Johnson's proposals ahead of a crunch summit on Thursday. The next few days critical in determining how this phase of Brexit ends. Beth Rigby, Sky News, Westminster.